The Turkey Wore Satin, a Thanksgiving tale of murder, mystery, and men in women's clothing. Written by J.J. Brass, narrated by Madeleine Mayfair. Chapter 1. The first year Marty joined Kristen's family for Thanksgiving dinner, he thought they were all a bunch of lunatics. Not much had changed since that day 4 years ago, except that Marty was no longer Kristen's puppy-love boyfriend. After a big summer wedding, he was now officially her faithful husband, and as an official member of the Mayfair family, this year Marty would take part in one of the illustrious family's long-standing traditions, the amazing annual Mayfair Family Drag Show. Kristen's elegantly coiffed grandmother Iris, who had buried no fewer than 4 husbands, explained the family drag show with great fanfare the first time Marty dined at her impressive mansion. It started in the 1940s, not long before Iris's brothers were killed storming the beaches of Normandy. One Thanksgiving, after a lean wartime dinner, young Iris played her favorite song for the family, "Don't Sit Under the Apple Tree." The boys were not great fans of the Andrews sisters, not that they would admit, at any rate, but in lieu of their normal teases, Iris's brothers put on a show. They all got up and sang along, and Mayfair family history was made. The impromptu lip sync marked the beginning of an annual tradition to honor 3 fallen soldiers. Iris could imagine no better way to show gratitude for their sacrifice than to insist all men in the Mayfair family get gussied up in women's clothing every year on Thanksgiving Day. Her late brothers had a fine sense of humor, she told Marty. They'd have loved it every bit as much as she did. From humble beginnings, the tradition grew year by year. Nowadays, every man chose a female celebrity to impersonate. It cost a pretty penny, too. In the weeks leading up to the great event, every man went out to buy flash and glam costumes, wigs, and the glitziest makeup on the shelf. Kristen wore makeup, sure, but barely more than a touch of rosy lipstick and a subdued shade of eyeshadow. No use raiding her makeup cache. Tyrone was kind enough to take Marty under his wing, since this was his first performance. They went out together to a theatrical supplies store to pick up golden eyeshadow and fake lashes with sparkles built right in. The price of it all blew Marty away. Not that anyone in the Mayfair family seemed concerned about money. In fact, even when Grandma Iris had told him the story of the first wartime drag show, he couldn't help wondering if the austerity measures she spoke of amounted to little more than enjoying 5 courses instead of 7, maybe only 3 kinds of pie instead of 8. "Are you ready for this?" Tyrone asked, as he strapped Marty into a vintage Madonna cone bra. "Competition can get pretty intense. The Mayfair men are cutthroat when it comes to winning Best in Show." Tyrone was another Mayfair in-law, married to Grandma Iris's son, Johnny. Every year he performed as Tina Turner. He had the perfect complexion for it, not to mention the perfect legs. Marty didn't usually notice other men's legs, but by the time Tyrone suited up in a shimmering magenta dress, tossed on a wig, and perfected his makeup, you'd have thought he was Tina herself. Rumor had it he'd performed professionally in his younger days,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?